How's everyone doing today? Welcome back. Today is Thursday, January 28th. This is our last watch list for the week. Tomorrow's Friday. We're not going to do anything. And then, of course, markets are closed on Saturday. I'll see you guys on Sunday. Oh, what a day. Damn it, I made a killing, dude. I mean, dude, this is vindication. For anyone who watches this channel, today should again be vindication that what we're doing is right. We've waited. We've done the proper research. We've done everything we're supposed to do. Everyone else was on YouTube. NDM, CCIV, AMC, GME. And guess what? Large majority of them who were in there today got burned. And know what happened to us? I made 40% on a surgery ETF. Don't even know what it does. So again, you may have gotten some L's. I got some doves, but that's none of my business. Double fisting this tea. Damn it, it's sweet today. Shit. With that being said, a few updates. One, I'm still petty. Two, I really hope y'all made some money. I don't want anyone to lose money. But if you're dumb, you're dumb. You play dumb games, get dumb prizes. But two, the journal's being updated as we speak. All the entries have been put in. I'm closing all the positions that I've had so far and updating everything. By tomorrow, it should be fully updated. If you're interested in that, that's for you. Thirdly, Discord's coming. I'm filming the classes right now. No one freak out. They're on the way. For now, everything's going to be free. So congrats. You got here in time. Take out my free content and soak it all in. With that being said, I have about 6 bangers today. It was a super green day for a lot of us. So again, I had to really go out and find some value. Get about 7 or 8 other good ones. So it should be a shorter episode today. With no further ado, let's get into it. So our first stop today is GameStop. Oh man, you're stupid if you believe that. So above me you can see a really good list is called Poop. The one below it's called Purchased. It's just a secondary list for holding the stocks right now. As you can see, we have 7 really good ones right here in the middle for you on our Poop list. Those are great. And then 8 below it that are also really good, but again, I don't think they're as good as the ones above it. So our first one's AGRO. Looking at the chart, as you can see, we called it once. I haven't sold yet. I'm just riding this bad boy up right now. The orange lines are where I purchased in or double down. These dotted white lines is the area of value by the definition of volume profile on that indicator. Again, the video should be linked above. You can watch that, and that's your point of control. So again, if you want to look into that, it's above. A very, very good read here. It's going up. It's coming down. And again, every good run up has pullbacks, and we're pulling back now. And I think this may be where it kind of reverses. And I think it's a zone of reversal. There's no such thing as a line of support. It is zones. That's how I see it. We can see right here, it's kind of dibbling around. Anywhere from here to about 718 is where it may happen. And again, that's in line with their more aggressive trend line. There's also this one over here. As you can see, it acted as a resistance for a long period of time. And then it gapped up above it, which again gives me some idea that it may be a powerful resistance as well, which means it may come down another good 5% before it really reverses. And again, that would also put us closer to this support area. So if it does drop off tomorrow, wait. But it's a really good looking stock for sure. I like it a lot. Let's check the indicators. So it's a 50 EMA bounce. Looks really good. Again, I do not do indicators at all until I'm with you guys. I actually don't check them until it's a live time to record. I just go off price action. So again, this is cool for y'all to see what I see. 50 EMA bounce, super easy read. It does break it. So again, if it does break, have some patience. It does come back. Now again, if it does collapse, sell. It was overbought. That makes sense. But now it's all the way down to 39, 40. And again, you must be dynamic. We can see that it doesn't get oversold very often. It does have a lot of reversals at the 40 area. So we're in value. Stochastic very low. Vortex is low. Again, everything is pointing to the fact that AGRO, I can't pronounce the company, that this company has a good chance of reversing. And again, you have good profit margin. Okay, 15% for a full move. Could take a week, could take a month, could take a little bit of time. But again, a really good one. Great area for stop losses. AGRO is a fantastic pickup. Next is my sweet, sweet baby Chewy. I called before it was even popular, and now everyone's like, oh, Chewy's good. Like, yeah, I've been known that because I have me a dog and some cats. Really good, simple run up, good trend run up. it literally just blasted off for almost like 12, 13%. Anyone who knows me knows that around 10% of profit, I put a stop loss. Even if I get stopped out some bigger moves, because 10% reinvested 8 times 100% returns. So if I can get 10% 2 or 3 times a day, I'm really making some good money. So I got that, and now we're right back down to here. Now again, I don't love that it went up so fast and died, but again, there's a good chance some scalpers came in and got their profits and cut. So it's okay. Again, it's also important that you can take your channels and measure them up and see that, yep, that definitely does all even up. So that was a full move. That's a really good sign from that one. You want to see the next push, again, get to about the 120s. Now, is that possible? Probably not. That's a really big push. But again, easy trend line, easy support. Again, you need to have a stop loss. Someone said my channel was shit because they lost money. I asked if they had a stop loss, and they said unsubscribe. So again, I implore you to have a stop loss because I don't want you to have a bad time. Good setup. Let's check the indicators. Looks good. Again, it breaks the 50 to bounce back, and that's really good. It does respect the 200, and so the farther away you get from the 200, the more likely you are to come back down into it at a much more aggressive speed. This thing also does have reversals that kind of look like bowls. You see that? Oh, a big old cuppy and a big old handle, right? This thing does take its sweet old dear time. So this may take a little bit for it to reverse, and that's okay. Indicators look good, not great. They're all in the middle. And I guess consolidation makes sense because this is basically a straight line. And it's above a lot of old price action. So CHWY, CHWY, a good setup, a great setup, some would say. I give it the great, though, because, again, you have a very clear area of stop loss and a great area of where you should cut it if it does die on you. But CHWY is a good setup. Next is Eric. By golly, I said it was a great setup, and Lord knows it was. I bought in. I said this is good. It popped for about 7%, and I was like, I'm going to wait because, again, this is an ascending triangle. And I was like, I'm going to wait and see what happens because it tapped here. I knew it was going to come back down. I waited. I called it the other day. And then Kerchoo, like damn lightning McQueen, 30%. Lightning in the bottle. We caught it. I even called it on Twitter. Great setup. And now we're back down. Now, again, I do not love the fact that it broke this channel. Very briefly. That's not a great sign, but it's also not a terrible sign. Just because it came down so harshly, it may take some time to reverse. And one could also argue that the channel's no longer that important. One could argue that this trend line or this POC line and the support's more important, and we're at the bottom there. And this makes a new channel. We're at the bottom, can easily make 7% moves back and forth, real consistent. But Eric was a great play and a great setup again. Let's check the indicators. So the EMA lines are kind of convoluted at this area. You can see they're really consolidating. And again, look down. Every single indicator is consolidating. Besides the stochastic is low, which is a great sign. But again, it's all consolidating. It's really hyping up to make another big move probably. You can see how it did this, how it consolidated, and then it just totally crashed off. So when I say it's consolidating, I don't mean it's a green move guaranteed. I'm just saying it's guaranteed to make a big move soon. So have a stop loss. It looks really good for a big move. Something's happening soon, I think. And again, I think it's a great setup. Eric, I would definitely buy into and let it show some life and then go long for sure. GNK gets our award for volume profile movement of the day. Not a real award, but if it was. You can see it all shifted up. You see this? It all moved up, and your POC has shifted up. Sign of strength right there. You'd love to see it. So, looks really good now. As you can see, the POC acts as a gravitational force, and we're below it. So here's hoping it can kind of pull us back up. Great sign, though, that this area had such high volume. Like, we're talking 800,000, 600,000, 200,000, and then down here it's in the 50s and 40s, right? So all this price action, this horizontal line at 737, all of this was outdone by this. That's a great sign of strength. So people and bulls are implying that the price above is where they want to be and where they're willing to pay at. So that's really good. So it's bouncing off this potential trend line. That's why it's dotted. It's potential, okay? The real trend line is the one beneath it. But one could also very easily argue, come down here, come up and see that these also line up very well. So I definitely think that this is a viable trend line. But again, you also have a support, a little bit. The support's anywhere in here. It's up to you. This is the old resistance. Come down. You can see it's probably anywhere in here to about here. So I could argue and say this is fine. And then you have a really good looking setup. You have easily 10% to run, 15% to run. It takes longer time. And again, it's a really beautiful setup here. Possible channel, possible triangle breakout again. It looks really good. Let's check the indicators. 200 EMA bounce, very viable. And again, it does break it to come back. So if it does break it, do not freak out. If it breaks it, you just wait for $7 and some change. You buy in there. If you bought in here and you sold it, look at it. It's 7% away. You take a 3% loss. It reverses. You buy in. You make back your 3% on the way up plus more. So it's okay. Have a stop loss. Don't be an idiot. Looks great there. 50 EMA, but no, the bounce did not hold. It died. So again, it's going to be a resistance moving forward. RSI low, stock low, indicator low. Again, this is a perfect setup for a reversal in this area. But again, you can even see over here, the reversal took a very long time. The reversal did take a few days. So we have some time. This stochastic was like, oh, it's oversold. Then it died. So again, it does have a history of living here, but also has a history of taking its sweet old time. So again, don't get hasty. But if tomorrow shows another big green candle, if you get like 2 in a row and get 3 soldiers or something, definitely go long. But GNK is a fantastic setup. I appreciate y'all. Not because you actually did anything for me at this point, but just because, I'm just kidding, but just because y'all didn't let KPTI die. I was praying to the stock gods. I was over here, I bought in. Then I was like, is KPTI going to take off? And it's like, I can't tell the damn future, but if y'all ruin this for me, we're going to have a problem. So we called it, we waited, it went up, people like, go, it's going, and then it died, and I was like, damn it, y'all ruined it. But then CHWY yesterday, because of Wall Street bets, we went off. I put my stop loss at 17. Just because I knew that's like where it usually kind of ends at. So I got my profit. I bought it right about here. I got about, 13%. This is a good hold. And now we're back down here. I'm not really going to go into it. Anyone who watches my channel knows that this is a sexual setup. At this point, the way I would play it, I would just put a buy order at like 15, 14 if you haven't already. So it will not fill until it's above. Because there's a good chance it's going to come down a little bit farther. So buy a purchase at like, 15, 20. Let it come down. If it comes down, you move your buying order down lower, and then when it takes off, you get counted in. You can also buy it at any given time. Anywhere in this channel is fine. You also need to remember that it has a good chance of coming down at least 1457. And anywhere in the 1460s, it has a very high chance of hitting to take off again. So great setup. Let's check the indicators. As we've discussed, it needs to break the 200 and the 50 to make big moves. And again, it does just go back and forth like it, this coiling back and forth. Consolidation leads to big moves. One could argue that this was the consolidation. And then one could argue on a grander scheme, this is consolidation. So again, I think it's geared up for some big moves. The red value looks really good. RSI gets down to about 38. So we're almost there. Stock's low. Vortex is about to cross red. So again, mixed bag. But again, it's consolidating. Great setup. I like it a lot. KPTI. If any of you guys rule this for me, I will find you. Y'all think I'm kidding. PCH is beautiful. It looks like it was a descending triangle, and as you can see, ascending triangles from, this is definitely a triangle right here, right? And as soon as it broke out, it went up 8%, and now it's retesting it. So you can also consider this a nice channel play. I like that a lot. Duplicate this. As you can see, it's a pretty good channel. Broke above it a little bit, but it's been a really good channel for a long period of time here. That's a great sign. I called it when it was actually down here on my in my friend's Discord chat, and now it's going CHWY for 5% more. If anyone knows me, they like to say that gaps get filled. So gaps like to be filled. As we can see, we have plenty of room here for it to get filled up. That's funny. So there's plenty of room to get filled up here and then keep going. It's consolidating here, so it may die off. If it does die, it comes back down, takes off then. So great setup, great channel. Let's check the indicators. 200 EMA bounce. It's textbook. Get rid of this real quick. Get rid of this real quick. We can see that we have 200 EMA bounce. Real simple. You see how it's bouncing off of like a trampoline. Looking great. It does ride the 50, so it needs to break above that to really show some growth, then bounce off and keep going. So if you're afraid of risk, either A, wait for it to come back down to the 200, or B, wait for it to break the 50 and hold. Our side was just oversold. That's great. It was just really low. Was very low. It reverses that. So all of them looked good yesterday, and now it looks good again. PCH, a fantastic setup. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, gaps like to be filled. I called PRTA yesterday. I'm calling it again. It's beautiful. And again, let's check out volume profile. I'm going to talk you through this. I showed you the stock yesterday. Go back. I showed you the stock yesterday, and now look where volume profile is today. Just from yesterday's action alone, it has now moved the POC higher. That is now another dollar change, saying that folks are willing to buy the stock higher. Now, of course, they're going to sell it. You know, it's volume, so of course there's selling too. But given that this was in the action here, this is now your POC. This is a sign of strength. It's moved higher. So it's still in value. Of course, it breaks it. It's broken it 3 times now, so let's not get hasty on the trigger. But again, it has a really good chance from here to around 1182 to run up another good few percent. It's a beautiful ascending triangle, right? You can see from right here and over. Jesus Christo. It looks beautiful, right? It's definitely making a triangle. Eventually, it's going to break into higher highs and have a great run. PRTA, I'm hoping for you. I know if it dies, some trolls are going to be like, you're stupid. And I'll be like, facts. It happens, man. No copier, right? Let's check the indicators. Again, it needs to break the 200. You can see it tried that today. It went, and then died. So it needs to break the 200. Again, the principle I was bashing your heads, when it breaks the 200 and the 50 on this time chart, you get big moves. Broke it here, kerchoo. Broke it here, went kerchoo. So again, you need to see that if you're adverse to risk, A, wait for the channel, or B, wait for it to break both those. It's up to you. RSI is low, stock low, vortex low. It's a 10 out of 10 setup. It's 10 out of 10. Now, if it does die, again, you sell it at a stop loss, you buy back in down here, and you make your money back. We don't bag hold, we're not idiots. But PRTA, it's a great setup. There's your 7 stocks if you're a beginner. If you're a beginner, stop the video. I know you get more watch time. Shut up, I don't care. That's not what this is about. Pause the video or stop the video. I need you to focus these 7 and go about your day. Do not get overwhelmed. You're not ready yet for a lot of stocks and to juggle these. If you're an intermediate trader, stick around. I got a few more good ones for you. Let's check these out. I'm not going to turn the indicators off because I want to go through this as quickly as possible. I value your time. I want you guys to enjoy that fact about me because I'm so giving and loving. The hell am I talking about? So the 50 EMA bounce is clear here on ATRS. Really good trend line. They match up for a reason. It's not an accident that this is there. Easy support area. Now again, it is temporary. It is new. It's not too much weight behind this. And again, if I were to zoom in, you could argue that the support's actually down here. And that's also a fine point to be made. So again, it's definitely an area for bouncing. If it does bounce, you could easily go from 440 up to 475, make 7% really quick. Indicators, the RSI is fair, but again, it's running up. That makes sense. Stock is low, vortex is low. So a good setup. I don't love how high up it is. I bought this, again, I actually bought this down here. I called it, and now I was up about 60%. I sold at 50%, so I made a great trade. I'm contemplating buying back in, but ATRS is a good setup. Next is BTG. BTG's been quite the piece of shit recently. If I'm being honest with you, like we've been watching this for easily 16 days now, and it's ruining my life. Oh shit! Sorry. Ooh, language. You can see it's actually going up. It's a good set because it doesn't get any lower than this. This is a extremely low price for the stock, and stocks can do 3 things: consolidate, ascend, and descend. We have been descending forever, and it has to end eventually. This is a great example of what I'm talking about. This is our consolidation, ascension, consolidation, descension, consolidation, descension. Probably going to consolidate. You'll be on the ground floor of consolidating, and this consolidation channel over here was 10%, so you can hopefully make some money back. But again, indicators are all low. It looks okay. Again, I wish it would reverse sooner, but PTG can't get too much lower than this. Knock on wood. Next is CLNE. Again, you know, over here it was really pretty. I called it right here, ran up like 100%. That was a good day for me. I secured the bag. And over here, it's a very obvious support area. I'm actually change the time chart for this. We can see a very obvious time chart, very obvious support area, as you can see, and it's still going up, and it's bouncing now off of our trend line that we set. So it's a good look, as you can see. It's a good look. It's not a great look. Again, it's so far up there. What does clean energy fuels correlation do? I don't know. I'm going to assume it's with EVs. That would make a lot of sense, wouldn't it? So I think it's really pushing up. Good sector, right at value. But again, nothing to say it's not going to drop off to like $7.60 when it drop off to like $9 and make a new channel. So it's really high up there, but again, it's a good setup. FSLR we called the other day. It just bounced. All right, so it went up 8%. We called it. I was like, this is a good setup, good channel, and now it's showing life. If you are a big fan of these setups, you can buy in, and then you can probably ride up another 5%. And again, this is definitely an ascending triangle, but a little baby form, right? Look at it. Same, higher, low, same, higher, low, same, higher, low. So it's going to break out higher eventually. Do you want to miss the move? Well, if you don't buy in, you're going to. But if you don't want to risk it, then don't buy it. Again, it has I think it's a high chance of dropping back down a little bit, then going back up. But FSLR, tiny ascending triangle, it was called. It's now going up. Do you want to miss the move or not? You make that call. We called GERN a few times. I've been watching this stock for a long time, and it's been doing this stupid slow burn off. And I called it. I said, hey, GERN's coming back. And wouldn't you know, it's making a gorgeous channel. It's almost perfect. It's so cheap that like it does make perfect channels just because of that. It's in the middle. And again, it could easily run up another 7 or 8% here. But again, we called it. It confirmed. And then it kind of dropped off. If it does come back down to $1.70, I'd definitely buy in. But it has plenty of room to run. You know, indicators are okay. I'm just saying that it has plenty of upward potential and less downward potential. And now it's definitely going on the uptrend. So when you can get your best buy-in is up to you. But GERN is a great setup. GES is much of the same as ATRS and CLNE. It's just going off the 50, bounce off this trend line, looking really good, going up. Guess has pretty cool close, I guess. Ton. So all the indicators are low. It's reversing. Will it keep going? Well, it's up to you. I think it's a little bit overspent here. It's getting kind of tired, but again, it's a great setup if you like these kinds of plays. HZO, I'm nervous to buy into at this price, but that's because I bought it at I bought it literally at the best price right over here. And that's not me flexing. I called it. Like, I'm not like, oh, look how good I am. But I got it at a great deal. And then I recalled it and got another great deal. And now it's like, I paid 30. Do I want to pay 45 for it now? Like, it's high. But if you look at the 50, damn, dude, four or five of these in a row, and now it's showing a green candle again. Good chance to run again. It really sold off. Again, do your due diligence. Go on your little stock twits and find out what the monkey people are saying and what the masters are saying, what the doctorates and all that. Right? What's Wall Street Bet saying about it? So, you know, we follow all the analysts and use them to our advantage. If they're saying it's low, buy in. If they're saying it's too high, wait. But again, it could easily run up some more percent. Again, it's really fighting back and forth here. It doesn't know. I would wait. If it shows some green tomorrow, great. If our monkey analysts who don't know what the hell they're talking about say it's like, oh, it's a $65 price target, sure, it's a good deal. Best case scenario, honestly, if it does die here, you just get it in at the channel at $35 again and then go long. So good setup, not great. I want to see what it's going to do first. And lastly is Skechers. If you want to be a dad who like mows lawns and also has those sick grilling shoes, you want to get yourself a pair of Monarchs, boy, here's Skechers for you. Really easy ascension. Okay, this is a 10 out of 10, easy read. The only problem is the price target or the possibility is like $10 and it takes forever. This thing has a 10% profit margin, takes its damn old sweet time. So again, I think it's a good pickup for sure, but like it may take you a month to get like 9%. So it does take its sweet old time here. Like again, it took this, 4 days for a big move, but again, then to come back down was like another 12 days. So it's a really good setup. I like it a lot. It's just that Skechers takes its time. And again, it does go back and forth really well. I want to see it really show some life before I go in. But if I can get down to like 33.84, yeah, I'm going to mortgage my house and go in on Skechers, boy. Give me some of those shoes that are good for old ladies walking the mall. The RSI is oversold, stock overload. Again, it's perfect, minus the fact I think it moves too slow. And the profits, no, that's not really there for how long it may take. But a good pickup. We got the whole video uncut, boy, done in 28 minutes. Again, we're really starting to really get in the groove of things of how folks want this to be delivered. Not too long, not too short. It looks really good. Again, these are all supposed to be on a watch list. I have to say it again for some people. I'm not saying tomorrow you should go ahead and mortgage your house for a second time and then chuck all the money at this. Not how this works. I'm showing you fantastic technical setups. Fantastic. It's your job. You in this computer screen, need to go on to whatever website you like, Twitter, Reddit, StockTwits, TipRanks, whatever it is, and do some research. If, for example, CAT, we called CAT yesterday, earnings on Friday. CP, earnings today or on Friday. Things that I may not point out to you, you must research yourself. So if you like the setups, great, then do your research. And don't buy them instantly. 2, I do not buy all these. That's a dumb idea that I would sit here and have a portfolio of 100 stocks. Stupid. I buy maybe 1 or 2 of these and then I sell 1 or 2 of them. I have about 20-25 rotation I have. That's how I properly swing trade. A swing trade takes off. I wait for it to kind of plateau, make sure it's not good, sell it, and then buy a new one to replace it, right? That's a very nice system. I don't day trade because I have 25 stocks to watch, and then that way is one really takes off and a few of them kind of consolidate. I still make money that day. I sell it. I now have capital. I rebuy a new one, right? So I don't really buy 18 stocks in one day. I buy 1 or 2 if they look really good. Some plays from yesterday that were popping. So PSNL is up 9%, killing it. AGCO up 9%, killing it. Silv's up, killing it. Allies killing it. Docu's killing it. HLT's killing it. TXN's killing it. MDU was up. That's not even including the ones that were called from before. Mux looks really, really good. You see that bad boy? We called it over here. Said it's going to pop off eventually. 27%. We could also look at the full grand scheme of things. SGRY we called yesterday. Killing it. GFF we called. Killing it. CNC we called it. Killing it. Nova, the lady who was pissed at me, or the guy who was pissed at me for losing the money, it's actually back to where they bought it at, so I don't know why you're so salty. SPT we called earlier. AXU we've called before. AOS we called. Look at that. We're like, oh god, red day. Kerchoo made a full move. Love it. Trill is great. ETOM is looking great. SMAR looking great. AUPH we called it once. Profited. Bouncing again, looking great. SSRM showing life. So again, these are supposed to be on a watch list. You're supposed to do your own work on this. I think 99% you understand that I'm showing you technical setups. You do the research beyond what I give you, and then you wait for the proper time to buy in. Thank you for understanding the process. For those of you who think this is supposed to be, I make money, blah, 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 blah. No, shut up, idiot. So, with that rant done, have a good rest of your weekend. We'll see you on Sunday, and I really appreciate it.